think I'm live. Think I'm live. I don't know how this works, so hopefully I'm live. I am sitting in the pet room, if you guys can't tell. That's why I have this weird angle. I'll stop messing with my computer. Hello, guys. I can see you all coming in. How's it going? Happy it's Friday night. Can you guys see Junebug? With her bed hitting. Do I have sound? I don't know what just happened to my voice. Let me know if you guys can hear me because my microphone thing keeps popping up. So hopefully you can hear me. Thank you for saying congrats on the 3,000 subs. Here's Andy. Come here, bud. You want to join? Want to join the stream? I wanted to do it in the pet room so you guys could see the babes. I'm going to try to keep up on your guys' comments too. So if I miss them, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to try to go through and answer any questions and just chat with you guys. So let's see. Thank you for everyone saying congrats. I'm really excited. My goal for 2021 was to hit 2,000 subscribers, so it's really exciting to hit 3,000. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen the rest of the year. Let's see. My bunnies' names are Mike and Andy. So this is Andy right here. And then that one is Mike. They are 3. They're probably between 3 and 4 because I got them when they were pretty young. They're probably like 6 months to a year when I got them, and I got them in 2018. Actually, in August of 2018. So they're probably about 3 to 4 years, 3.5 to 4 years. You can see their mess. Real life pet care. I haven't cleaned their room and cages yet tonight, but I figured this would be more fun if we could all see the bunnies. So, okay, good that you can hear me. I guess I should have checked that before I started talking. So thanks for letting me know that. How long have I had pets? So most recently I've had pets since 2015 when I graduated from college. I got my first 2 guinea pigs at that point, which was actually Belle and Callie were the first 2, and I still have Callie. And then before that, I actually had guinea pigs when I was like in middle school and high school. So I had 2 male guinea pigs that I got when I think I was like 11 or 12. And then I had hamsters, and I had another guinea pig, and I had fish. So, oh my gosh, that was a long time. Well, that really wasn't a long time ago when I had less than 1,000. I hit 1,000 subscribers in February. Feels like a long time, but not a long time. Oh my gosh, can you guys see Mikey? He'll probably like dead fish himself. He like does this thing. Oh no, he's laying on his belly. He does this thing where he like lays like he's dead, like just flat out on his side, flat, and just puts his head flat on the ground, lets his ears flop, lets his eyes roll. Like he sleeps so hard, and he usually does it like right in the middle of the floor where it terrifies me. But he's just getting comfy over there. I think they're showing off for you guys a little bit because they don't normally lay in either of those places. So I think they know something's going on, but I wish you guys could see his feet. No, I'm not going to be able to get my computer in a way that you can see him, but his feet are like flat out behind him. Let's see. Thanks for saying great job of keeping my pet room clean. It's really not clean right now. Like Can you see all that hay? But that's really from their hay rack is right there. I tried to put their hay rack on a rug to keep it more clean, and Mikey chewed up the rug, and I think that's why he got stasis a couple months ago. So he doesn't get a rug anymore. So I just deal with the hay. Were your childhood guinea pigs and hamsters cared for properly, and did you do research then? I made so many piggy care mistakes starting out. So to an extent. So when I was in middle school and high school, the only way to really research guinea pigs and hamsters was by like getting books. So like there were some online forums and stuff, because I'm one of those people that like when I'm into something, I'm all the way into it. So if I begged for guinea pigs for like a year. So I was getting all these books from the library and convincing my parents to buy me books and just doing all of this research, but there was no like YouTube for me to be on. So I definitely researched with the tools that I had at the time, but I mean, I still have some of those books now, and they're definitely not accurate to what we know now. So my pet care has obviously evolved with the resources and the knowledge that we have. So I wouldn't say that my pet care was like super terrible, but it definitely wasn't. Like my hamsters lived in critter trails. I just would connect to like 4 of them, so they had a bunch of space, which is not really ideal for hamsters. But at the time, it was like, oh my gosh, your hamster has so much space, when really like floor space would have been good. But I think we all are that way. We all, get into pets somehow, and we learn as we go. I mean, I'm sure that I don't do everything perfectly with my animals. There's a lot of people that don't like that I use water bottles, but there's no way I could use both. They would be flipped and fleece would be soaked. What age do you think people should have guinea pigs or bunnies? I think that depends, because when I was 12, I took care of my pets, but I had a lot of other stuff going on. So it definitely wasn't the level of care that they could have had. I think that when it comes to animals, they really are more of like, I was going to say adult responsibility, but I think if you're a responsible person, so if you're like 13, 14, 15, I think that if you have shown that you can, set good habits and stick to cleaning your pets and all of that, or if they're like really your hobby. I mean, I know 14-year-olds that would do fine having their own pets, or 13-year-olds that would be fine having their own pets. I just think that in those situations, there also does need to be parental, like your parents need to be on board, because obviously if you're 13 or 14, you're not going to be the one paying for it or paying the vet bills. So they kind of all have to be on board with what you're doing, which luckily my parents were. Oh, I'm glad that my videos help you with your guinea pigs. That's kind of my goal, I'm kind of coming back to my purpose with a lot of my social media. You guys might be able to tell recently I've been sharing pet care tips, because that's really what I started the channel for. And with kind of starting baby steps into doing some of my rescue stuff, I want to get back into sharing more care. So I'm going to be doing more vlogs and stuff, with like showing actual care and stuff that I do, because those are fun for me to make and fun for you guys to watch. I think I tend to get a lot of good feedback on the vlogs. Let's see. Thank you to everybody saying my animals are cute and stuff. I'm not gonna respond to every one of them, but I appreciate it. Andy's gonna show off for you guys now. How many? I have 13 pets altogether, I believe. Yeah, so I have 6 guinea pigs. I have 3 pairs, so I have 6 guinea pigs. I have 2 bunnies. We have 1 mouse. We have 2 rats. I have a fish, and then we have a dog. So we have quite a few at the moment. All of my animals' names. I wish I could like walk you guys around and show you all of them, but that's Mikey, or Mike. His name is Mike, Mikey, Michael, Michael Bunn. Call him all the things. And then Andy is down here. He's not going to be in the frame. He's like wanting to come chew on my laptop, so we'll let him do that. Hi, sir. And then I have this cage up here. There's a, I'm trying to like look at the camera. There's a divider right here. So this cage has my 2 female guinea pigs, Callie and Lily. This one has my male-female pair, Johnny and June. And then there's a cage in front of me you guys can't see that has my male pair, which is Jellybean and Georgie. The dog's name is Soddy, like Soddy, not like the country. And there's like a story behind that, which is why he has kind of a weird name. The mouse's name is Snickers. She is female. The rats are males, and their names are Noodle and Ollie. And then, who am I forgetting? Oh, my fish's name is Arthur. Mikey. What are you doing? You gonna go play in your paper? So that is all of their names. That's awesome. I love getting, somebody said they got 2 male guinea pigs from their shelter a month ago. I love getting piggies from the shelter because I swear they know. Like Lily is the happiest guinea pig I've ever had. She came from a shelter. Well, all of them came from a shelter except for Callie and Jellybean. Callie came from Petco because I got her when I didn't know yet that you could adopt guinea pigs. And then Jellybean I actually got from a rehoming situation through Facebook. So they're all of my animals are rescues except for Callie and Arthur. I don't know if you can get rescue fish. He's from keepfishkeeping.com. They have a YouTube channel. KG Tropicals, I think. Let's see. Would I ever get more bunnies? Don't tell the guinea pigs, but I think bunnies are probably my favorite pets. I mean, I absolutely love having the guinea pigs, but having the bunnies, it might just be these bunnies though, because Mikey is like, Mikey's eating paper right now. Mikey is like, we call him a mama's bun because we think he originally got, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but he does have a head tilt from an ear infection. And we call him a mama's bun because we think he originally got the ear infection because he was pouting because I was out of town. So he definitely pouts, but he definitely, like, he likes me way more than he likes my boyfriend. So there's that. And yes, he's eating, well, he is chewing on the paper. He doesn't really eat a lot of it. He just chews it and leaves gross little bits of paper everywhere. So that is what he's doing, but it's fine. Yeah, we're talking about you. We're talking about you. I actually think he's picking the hay out of the paper. Not sure why he's not just eating from his hay rack. To fully answer your question, I would get more bunnies, but I am more worried about setting up my rescue than getting personal pets at this point. Other than I would like to get a crested gecko sometime soon-ish, because one, I've always really wanted a chameleon, and if you know anything about reptiles, they're a very they're a more advanced reptile, and I've never had a reptile, so I'm not going to go straight to a chameleon because that's not fair to the chameleon by any means. So I'd like to get a crested gecko. I also would like to take those in my rescue, so I'd like to get some experience with that, but that's not like in the next month or anything by any means. Let's see. Okay, Annabelle, I think your comments go together about your 2 male guinea pigs and your 2x4 CNC, I believe. If you have a pair in a 2x4, that should be fine. That's the minimum size for 2 pigs. I have all of my pigs in 2x5s. That honestly just seems to be like the sweet spot for me, for my pigs. It takes me like an hour to fully clean this entire room with all these cages, and I don't see a ton of arguing or anything, even with my male pair. So, I mean, I think a 2x4 is good. I kept a pair in a 2x4 for a long time. If you can give them bigger, I mean, they'll appreciate it, but I think they'll be good in a 2x4, and you can give them floor time. also. What would you say is your staple guinea pig veggie diet? Okay, so I'm trying to keep up with your guys' comments. I don't want to miss any. So let me read through really quick because I don't want to miss questions. Oh my gosh. Okay, real quick. Thank you for telling me that. So if you guys watched my video from today, earlier today, I mentioned for Gabby's cage that, which I didn't say her name in the video, but for one of the cages, she had loofah toys, and I recently read this somewhere that those are like, I knew loofah was a sponge, but I never really thought about it. But somebody said that if you put those in water, they'll puff up, which is literally what they would do in your animal's stomach in liquid. And she says they do puff up. So maybe don't use those. I mean, I've had them in my cages before, and honestly, none of my pets really touched them. But if your pets chew those, I would maybe take those out or keep an eye on them, because if those puff up like a sponge, I just picture that in their stomach just like causing an issue. So thanks for letting me know that. Okay, so staple guinea pig veggie diet. I'm gonna tell you what I feed mine. I've seen a lot of weird things in Facebook groups. Okay, I've had guinea pigs for almost 7 years now. So information is obviously always evolving, and always we're learning new things. I've seen multiple times people saying that feeding your guinea pigs lettuce every day is dangerous. It's not. It's not dangerous. It depends on how much you're feeding and what you're feeding. So I'll just tell you what I feed. So everybody gets like 2 to 3 leaves of green leaf lettuce or red leaf lettuce. That's the lettuce that I feed because it has the lowest calcium of the lettuces. Iceberg is essentially just water. It doesn't have any nutritional value. And romaine has a little bit more calcium. So I just don't feed it, but I know plenty of people that feed it without any issues. If you just see like a lot of sludgy pee spots in your cage, you might want to like switch out. But I know plenty of people that feed romaine or a mix of romaine and like green leaf lettuce, which is what I feed. So green leaf lettuce or red leaf lettuce, I kind of like switch them back and forth, but green leaf is kind of our staple. Everybody gets a tomato every day, which don't just start feeding your guinea pigs tomatoes like straight out of the gate every day. They are very acidic. So if you feed them a tomato like every single day and they're not used to it, they can get sores in their mouths. So I would like work up to that. My guinea pigs honestly all just really love tomatoes, except for like Johnny and June could kind of care less. But the rest of them love tomatoes. So over time, like we've gotten used to that. I mean, they've been eating a tomato a day for like 2 to 3 years. So they're very used to tomatoes, and they get cherry tomatoes. So it's not like a whole tomato or anything like that. So they can get a little piece. Those have a lot of vitamin C in them. So you could switch them out with other things as well if you want a high vitamin C veggie. And then we also feed green bell pepper. Well, any color bell pepper. Green's usually just the cheapest. So to say that all together, green leaf lettuce, bell pepper, and a piece of tomato is kind of our staple. And then I'll kind of cycle in some other stuff to keep it interesting. And they get cucumber or carrot as kind of like their treat at lunchtime every day. Let's see. There's a lot of things that guinea pigs can eat though besides those. Those are just like the easiest things for me to find. My pigs also really love radicchio. Make sure you're getting radicchio and not red cabbage because cabbage can cause bloat, but everyone loves radicchio, and it's kind of like a form of lettuce. So there's only one grocery store that sells it, and it's in the town I work in, not the town that I live in, so I can't get it that often. Well, I don't get it that often, but they also really like that. Let's see. What is an animal that you would like to own in the future? Like I said, I do want a crested gecko and eventually a chameleon, but that's not like a current plan or anything. That's just like a one-day thing. Like I want that one day. I would kind of like to have a chinchilla. at some point, just because I think they're cute. And not to go on a tangent, but it really irritates me that Petco sells chinchillas. It just bugs me. We don't need to talk about pet stores because I'll talk for an hour about pet stores. I would like to get more rats because I only have 2 rats right now. And I'll just go ahead and explain this because I get a lot of comments about why Snickers is alone, because she's female and female mice should be in at least a pair, but really like a colony. And Snickers is 3. So she's a very old, very senior mouse. She started out, it was Snickers, Milky Way, and Hershey. I adopted them all together in about February, I think, January, February. And Milky Way got cancer within like a month or 2. And then Hershey's and Milky Way actually passed away within 24 hours of each other. So my plan had been to get younger mice and add in. And that just, like, I only had them for 2 months before 2 of them passed away. And if it had been 2 of them, I probably still would have got the younger mice, but Snickers was the most, like, she has trouble getting around. She's also very fat. I can't really do anything about it at this point because she has a hard time getting around. She's just old, so she only really comes out to kind of like interact with us and like kind of walks on her wheel and eat her food and get a drink. So she pretty much just digs most of the time, but that's why she's alone. It didn't seem like the right choice to get high energy mice to put with her when she already was like kind of struggling to get around, and it wouldn't have been fair to the other mice to make the cage flat and not give them stuff to climb on, and it wouldn't have been safe for Snickers to have the stuff to climb on because her back legs don't work as well anymore. So because of that situation, I would like to get more rats and try to introduce with the 2 that I have so I don't ever have that situation happen again, because I mean, obviously I would really like to have her with friends. It's just really not in her best interest to introduce anyone at this point. Let's see. Okay, she said that the loofahs get huge and it's super dangerous. So if you have loofahs, maybe don't use those anymore. Okay, she said she tried a few different small pet brands loofah in the water. So all living things is okay, but the Oxbow did expand a lot. Honestly, that's probably because all living things is probably like preserved or something, and Oxbow's is probably like an all natural product. So that's probably why it expanded and the other one didn't. Thanks for saying my bunnies are cute. Let's see. Do you ever want ferrets? I would be open to having ferrets, actually, if I had the right setup. We're kind of at our max for animals right now since we have 13, but I mean, there used to be a pet store in the town where I went to college that had their animals kind of just like out to interact with people, which is like good and bad, but they were very tame. So like the rats, you could put your hand down. They have those like, you know when you go to some pet stores and they just have those big like glass things that are open in the top and you can like look down at the animals? You could put your hand in there and the rat would just come up and sit on your shoulder. Like they were very tame. So there was ferrets in there and we got to kind of interact with them and they were a lot of fun. So I would potentially be open to that. Thank you guys for coming, the people that are getting off right now. Thanks for the congratulations. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys showing up today. So, and also Little Kingdom, thank you for popping in as well. I watch a lot of other guinea pig YouTube channels. I'm sure all of you do. So that's fun and exciting when people pop in. Hi to the people. There's a couple people that just popped in, so hi. I'm just kind of answering questions and chatting. If there's anything people would like to know. I don't really have a plan for this. I just wanted to chat with you guys and say thanks for subscribing, I guess, since we hit 3,000. I kind of want to do these more often because, I don't know, I like just being able to talk and answer the questions this format instead of having to kind of the delay of getting back to you in comments. So this is fun. So she just said she had 2 ferrets who passed a couple years ago. They were so sweet and funny. They stole my sister's keys, chewed a hole in the couch, and hid them. That is hilarious. I would like to have them. That's kind of why I don't have a chinchilla either, because chinchillas can be kind of destructive and they kind of need you can't just like leave them in their cage. They need places to get out and play. So I don't have like a good setup for that because most of my animals are in this room, and then I don't really want to. I don't know if my boyfriend would like me taking over the entire house with animals because I've already got a whole pet room, and then in our front room, which is also kind of like my study or library because I also have like a whole wall of bookshelves, but that's where the rats are and where Snickers is. So I've kind of got a pet room and a half at this point. Let's see. I got some comments coming in. I said that I might combine Johnny and June with my older girls. Is that still something you're thinking about? So I don't think I ever said an update on that. I actually tried to put them together. And I think it would have gone okay, but Callie and Lily are both 6. Yeah, I was gonna say 6.5, but I think they're both right at 6. And honestly, they're both kind of just like not really into it. There wasn't fighting or anything, but I could just kind of tell that they were like, we'd rather have our quiet life. So at this point, they're separate. I will probably eventually, I mean, they're 6. Eventually, one of them is probably going to pass before the other. At that point, I will put the other one with Johnny and June because there wasn't any aggression or anything like that. I just thought it would be more fair to the senior girls to let them be a little more chill because I call them the babies. They're not babies. They're at least 2.5. Still call them the babes, the little babes though, the babies. They still run around like crazy sometimes. So the older girls were not so into that. Let's see here. Is 2x8 good for 2 male pigs? Yeah, that's plenty. That should be plenty of space, unless you have extremely rambunctious pigs. I think Georgie and Jellybean are honestly pretty rambunctious, and they live in a 2x5, so you should be good with a 2x8. Thanks for coming to my stream. Hello, Andy says thanks for coming to the stream. What are you doing, sir? We need to give you a haircut. You're starting to get little mats again. That means you're shedding. Yeah, that means you're shedding. I'm gonna sneeze because your hair's coming off of you. Into my face. Let's see. What is the name of my guinea pigs? So, Andy's hair is literally flying around now. I don't know why I did that. The 2 that are in this cage, I have 3 pairs of 2 guinea pigs. That's what a pair is. I have this cage, which is Lily and Callie, my female pair. This cage behind me is my male-female pair, which is Johnny and June. And then I have a cage in front of me that you can't see that is my male pair, which is Georgie and Jellybean. So that is the 6 of them. Yes, I do have an Instagram. It is the Tiny Herd. I used to have a shop Instagram too for my Etsy shop, but I just combined them because that was too much work. So it's just the Tiny Herd. Hi. You're just nudging me if you want attention. If you want to know why I'm in here. Thank you for saying my videos are interesting. I like making them. Kind of why I started it. I used to watch I still watch Skinny Pigs 1, but I watched Skinny Pigs 1 and I used to watch, she hasn't posted in years at this point. She's posted in a long time, but I used to watch Carrie's Little Piggies because she used to do the most elaborate cage themes. So when I first got my girls 5 or 6 years ago, I was watching all those videos and I just really liked them, so I decided I want to make my own. So it's exciting to hit 3,000 subscribers. Oh, I do have an Etsy shop too. It's called the Tiny Herd Shop. So if you type in the Tiny Herd Shop, all one word, it'll come up. I have these. I make these nameplates. They're painted, and then they have customized names. You could get whatever color. I have one for the bunnies too, a big one. And then I have decals. Hi. I have decals, and there's some printable things. Mostly the name signs, though, I really like. I sell a decent number of those. I really like making those. Oh, welcome back. People are coming back. Are all my animals in one room? So did you guys just see that? Did you know everyone just watched you do that? I don't know if you guys could see what he just did, but he just tried to get up there and he put his whole leg through the hole. Also, his hair is just, you need brushed. This is why it's important to brush bunnies, because if you didn't brush them, this would literally just be in their stomach when they're shedding. And he's just starting to shed. Mikey just came out of shed, and Andy's going into shed, and obviously Andy is long-haired, so he needs brushed every day when he's shedding, pretty much. So all of my animals are not in one room. So the 6 guinea pigs and the bunnies are in here, which the bunnies actually are free roam, so they actually can go through our whole house, but this is their home base. Their litter box and their hay and their water and everything is in here. The rats and the mouse are in my front room. So when you watch my videos, if the videos that have all the books in the back, that is in my front room because there's a really nice big window, so I get natural lighting for my videos in there. But that's where the rats are and where the mouse is. And then our dog lives in our basement, which is we have a finished walkout basement, and he is at least 13, so our dog cannot go up and down the steps. So we leave him down in the basement because it's carpeted and all of that. So it's a perfect place for him to be, where we can just take him right out our walkout doors to let him out. Let's see. Oh, thanks for saying my name tags are cute. I really like them. What are my least favorite thing to make for your shop? I don't know if I really have a least favorite thing, to be honest. I just kind of didn't make stuff that I didn't want to make. So I make the name tags. I make decals. So I have some bunny decals, some bunny signs. I have a lot of stickers. So if you don't like guinea pig stickers or bunny stickers, there's stickers in there. But I don't really have anything that I don't like making, really. What do you think is the most guinea pigs to put in a cage? I don't know. That'll depend. It kind of depends on what size your cage is. Because if you go to guineapigcagestore.com, they have a tab that's info about cages, and they have a really good chart on minimum cage size for the number of piggies. But I mean, I know people that if you had just this room and you set it up to be for your piggies, you could probably fit. I'd have to measure it to be sure, but you could fit a lot of guinea pigs in this room. I mean, if you look at the Los Angeles guinea pig rescue videos, they can fit 300-400 guinea pigs in a shed. Obviously in those situations, they have to fit more than would be normal living environment for that situation, but that's a great way to do it when you have a rescue, is to have a big open space like that. I know that, like, she doesn't post anymore, so I guess it's not really plugging your channel, but Carrie's Little Piggies had 10 piggies, I think, and she had all females and one male, and that made her able to put all 10 of them together. I think all 10 of them together. And she just had, like, basically almost a whole room worth of cage. So it really depends on your cage size. Oh yeah, for our dog, he's at least 13. He's 13 is as long as he's been around my boyfriend's family, and we actually got him from my boyfriend's grandma when she moved into town because she didn't have really any place to keep him, and we have outdoor space, so he came to live with us, and he likes going in and out, but he's so old now and he has arthritis, so we have to, like, give him medicine every day. So it's much easier to just have him be, like, obviously our basement is the same as the rest of our house, so it's air conditioned or heated in the winter, so he's good to go down there. He's an old man. Why do people put their guinea pigs in pairs? So guinea pigs should really be in at least pairs because they are herd animals. So if you have a single guinea pig, they can get depressed, but generally they're going to be way more outgoing. They're going to be a lot less timid. They're more likely to engage with you if they're in a pair. It's just really not the same for them to communicate with us as it is to be with another pig. So it's really just better for them and their health, their mental health, I guess. And it just, keeps them from getting bored too. So they really just should be in pairs. They're very social animals. Yeah, Andy's pretty chill. He doesn't get a lot of just, like, sit here and pet me time with me because normally Mikey comes over and butts in. But Mikey's laying in his litter box right now because it's freshly cleaned. So Andy's getting all the uninterrupted pets right now. I'm also using this to get the hair off of him. So if you're seeing the hair floating around, like, did you just see that? If you're seeing the hair floating around, it's because I'm literally, like, getting it off as I do this. Yeah, a lot of people answering the question of pairs of guinea pigs also. But yeah, pretty much everything that I said and what everybody is saying. So they just do a lot better in pairs. Some places it's against the, well, you see posted a lot. I should probably fact check that. But I've seen posted a lot that in Switzerland it's illegal to keep guinea pigs by themselves. They have to be in a pair unless there's, like, a very good reason for them not to be. So, because I can tell you, sorry, did I get a mat? I'm sorry, I'll get them off of you tomorrow. We actually clip him with, like clippers, like dog grooming clippers, because his fur, let me tell ya. Hi. You want to clean your ears now? I probably need to check on your ear. You need your nails cut. Goodness. Do that tomorrow too. I don't know if you guys can see his nails, but they need clipped. Make sure I'm not missing comments. I tried to set a delay so I could keep up. Now I have bunny hair just floating in my face. Yeah, if you get bunnies, if you don't like animal hair in your house, don't get a long-haired bunny. Probably don't get bunnies at all because, even Mikey, like, here. I pulled this off of Mikey earlier. So, Mikey's coming out of shedding right now. So if you don't like hair in your house, don't get bunnies. I had it in a nice little pile so I could throw it away. When you start your rescue, are you going to have dogs and cats, or is it going to be just guinea pigs, rabbits, reptiles, etc.? So it's going to be it's going to be small animals and exotic pets, which if you go to a vet, small animal means dogs and cats, but it's going to be guinea pigs, rabbits, hamsters, mice, rats, pretty much all of the small mammals I'm going to do. So ferrets, chinchillas, like all of that stuff. I'll do all of that, and then I'm probably going to do some reptiles like crested geckos, leopard geckos, probably bearded dragons. They kind of take a lot of space, so it kind of depends. But those honestly are not common in my area. Crested geckos are, so I'll probably do those. Bunnies for sure. There is a massive bunny overbreeding problem in my area, in my state. And I don't live in California, so it's not just California. I can tell you of 3 separate rabbits that were let out, like somebody just let them go, just in my town, and I live in a small town. So people get them, and it's easier for them to just let them go than to take them somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, just like a dog with the hair. This is not an everyday thing. He's shedding. Bunnies shed 3 to 4 times a year. Mikey generally only sheds like 3 times a year, really. Andy, honestly, it's hard to tell when he's shedding because he's so fuzzy, but I can tell generally when he is because his fur starts to mat. So like he's starting to get some mats around his sides and his butt, and that tells me that he's got extra fur in there. So normally what we do at that point is give him a really good haircut, get all of the mats out, and then brush him pretty much every day. Because I hate, honestly, he has mats all the time, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, his fur it's like, if you've ever seen, like, needle felting, that's what his hair is like. If you took his hair and went like this, it would be matted. That's just, like, how fine his hair is. So it's like a constant battle. So, his neck right now on this side looks all scraggly because he's been licking it, and sometimes he just looks a mess. So we literally just clip him like a dog. Let's see. I am 27. I will be 28 next month. I have 5 male guinea pigs in a 3-foot by 9-foot and 4 females in a 2-foot by 9-foot. Is this good cage size? I don't know cage sizes off the top of my head. The 2-foot by 9-foot sounds good for the 4 because this cage is 30 by 80 inches, and it was made to be the minimum size for 4. So I think 90 inches is smaller than 9 feet. I'm impressed you have 5 male guinea pigs together. That's impressive. It is a myth that male guinea pigs can't be together. Male guinea pigs for sure can be together. They just tend, in my experience at least, other people obviously might have different experience, but my male guinea pigs do argue more than my females do. But that's impressive. He is a ball of fluff. Also, thank you. Everyone always says I look really young. People at work, I started a new job in May, and I don't think they know how old I am yet because, I mean, obviously HR does because they hired me, but the people that I work with, because she said something about, like, not to put aluminum foil in the microwave, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, I wasn't trying to offend you. I'm just making sure because my 17-year-old daughter didn't know she couldn't put aluminum foil in the microwave. And I wanted to be like, I'm 10 years older than your 17-year-old daughter. I've had a microwave of my own for like 6 years. But I didn't say that, obviously. I'm not a jerk, but she's nice. She was just teasing me anyways. But people at work apparently think I'm really young too. So thanks. I am not married, but I have been with my boyfriend for 9.5 years. And we own a house together, so. Thanks. Yeah, I get a lot of people think I'm like 20 to 23-ish. I get carded when I buy alcohol. So, which I should. That's good that they're doing that, but it just makes me laugh sometimes. I will be doing more streaming in the future. I honestly don't know why it took me so long to do it. And I'll schedule them. I didn't know you could schedule live streams. I guess I did. I just didn't really think about it. I was like, oh, I'll just tell people and then I'll just do it. But I'll start scheduling some so that there's just randomly some streams. I don't know that anybody would want to watch this back afterwards because it's just me sitting on the floor talking, but I like talking to you guys and answering your questions. I'll turn you a little bit so that you can see. You need some hay there, buddy. I'm trying out Small Pet Select Orchard hay that I need to bring in here. It's literally out in the hallway. I was going to do it after the stream because if you guys watch my videos, I usually use bluegrass hay, which is basically orchard grass, from KMS Hayloft because their hay's been really great. But the last batch that I got from them wasn't the normal quality, and it's like not, I would for sure go back to them, but it's not their fault because they're out in Oregon, so they're affected by the drought and the wildfires, so they literally just like don't have the stock that they normally have. So unfortunately they are out of hay right now, so I had to order from Small Pet Select, which is fine. I'm going to test it out and see how it goes, see how everyone likes it. And honestly, Small Pet Select delivers in 2 days, so it's super convenient. Let's see. I think there is a certain point where it's hard to tell anyone's ages because people think I'm younger, but when I was in high school, people thought I was older than I am. So until I hit about probably my senior year of college, because when I was a freshman, people thought I was a freshman. But when I was a senior in college, people thought I was a freshman. They'd be like, oh, are you a freshman? And I'd be like, no, I've been here longer than you. So it's just funny to me. There is another YouTuber that live streams his guinea pigs. Oh, that's funny. There's another guinea pig channel streaming right now also. Great minds think alike. What type of hay do you use, orchard grass or Timothy? So I use orchard grass because I am extremely allergic to Timothy hay. So that's a tip if you are allergic to hay or think you're allergic to hay, try orchard grass instead of Timothy and see if that helps. And like I have to go to the allergy doctor because one of my friends that has asthma actually thinks that I have allergy-induced asthma. And Timothy hay is one of my triggers because I will literally get hives and will wheeze and my face will swell up. So that video comparing the 5 brands of Timothy hay, you're welcome, you guys, because that was a rough week until all that Timothy hay was eaten and gone out of my house. My boyfriend was having to fill up the hay racks and stuff because I was just dying. Not literally, obviously, but it was rough. But I use orchard grass. So I ordered a 20-pound box of Small Pet Select. You know what? Let's just get it. Yes, I dropped my phone out of my pocket when I stood up. Do you want fresh hay? You want fresh hay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this looks good. Fresh hay on the stream. Yes, this is what we want, huh? There you go. All the guinea pigs are probably going to start screaming. But yeah, that's great. That's great quality. That's normally how KMS is. Nice and leafy and soft. I also find I don't really get hay pokes because it's mostly leafy. It's not like hard pieces of hay. So that's nice also. They still get hay in their eyes sometimes because the guinea pigs are good at injuring themselves, but usually I can treat hay pokes at home. Also, I might still sneeze because I'm not super allergic to orchard grass, but I'm still allergic to hay. So I don't know how smart that was. Yeah, so try try other brands of hay. Guinea pigs can't have alfalfa hay because it's got too much calcium, but Timothy and orchard grass, they're not quite the same. Like orchard grass is good. And then like the bluegrass from KMS Hayloft is the same. It's basically orchard grass. It's just bluegrass. It's the same like nutritional value though. Let's see. How long will that box last you? Well, I'm gonna say a week and a half to 2 weeks maybe. I mean, this usually gets filled up every day. I'll show you guys this mess over here. So this is the bunny's home base. You see this spot over here where they've decided to also use that as a litter box? Yeah, that's a problem, and I don't really know what we're going to do about that. But I have to clean that spot of the carpet every week, so I'm going to be doing that after the stream. But they also have that hay rack that's empty. So I fill up the hay rack that's empty above their litter box probably like every other day, because they literally strip it like that. Like every other day, it's completely empty like that because they pull it out into their litter box. And then that's why they also have this one, because I don't ever want them to run out of hay, because they literally eat the hay, all the hay out of that in like a day and a half. And it's a weird timing. It's like in one day, it's not enough to really need to refill it, but then by the next day, it's empty like it is now. So that's why they also have this one, because I don't ever want them to run out of hay, obviously. Yes, it does go fast. All of the guinea pig cages have 2 hay bags in them. So the girls eat hay pretty slow. I only have to fill up their hay bags probably every other day. The boys, I have to fill them up twice a day. And then Johnny and June probably like once a day. So you can see June, she thinks she got fresh hay because I got the hay out. The boys know they didn't get fresh hay, so they're getting a little rambunctious. Yeah, we go through hay quick, mostly with the bunnies. They'll eat this probably by tomorrow afternoon. Plus, the other one will be filled up once I'm done streaming, because I have to clean cages and clean this whole room when I'm done streaming. So it does get super expensive, but I usually buy in bulk. So this is only a 20-pound box because I wanted to get, like, we're out. Normally we keep our hay in this, and I'm literally out of this bluegrass. I ran out this morning. So that's why I had ordered this, because I knew I needed more. But I wanted to get a 20-pound box because I wanted to make sure that I was going to like it. So I'll go back and order a 50-pound box when this one gets like halfway through. It's cheaper to do that. This one's 20 pounds. And then Small Pet Select has, in most places, have a 5-pound, a 10-pound, a 20-pound, and then like a 45 or 50-pound. I think Small Pet Select is a 50-pound. So I'll get that one. A 50-pound box of hay fits in this bin that I have over here, and that normally lasts me like a month and a half to 2 months. Kind of depending on the season, to be honest. Like, I feel like in the winter they go through a lot more hay, so I think you can use meadow hay. I actually have a blog post on my website, which, like, there's not a whole lot on my website. I'm working on all the back end stuff right now so that I can start putting up actual blog posts. But I have a blog post on the tinyherd.com that talks about hay and why it's important for guinea pigs and rabbits. And it actually compares all the different types. So I don't remember off the top of my head, but you can go look at that if you want like a quick guide. And Small Pet Select also probably has information on their website because they have a blog and information. Hi, Taylor. I think you just joined. I'm doing good. I'm having fun talking to everyone. Just answering questions. Talking about pets, which is my favorite thing to do. I'll turn you guys a little bit so you can also see Andy eating the hay, not just me in a box. My rabbits are litter trained. If you just saw when I turned the camera around to show the litter box, I don't know why they started. How do I want to say this? I do know why. So we've started having to clean their litter box every day, because I don't know if Andy's just being particular now. Like, normally I used to clean it every other day and it was fine. But now if it's like the least little bit dirty, Andy goes in that corner instead of going in the litter box. So normally what I do is there's a puppy pad and a fleece pad in that corner so that at least it's not getting on the carpet, but of course forgot to do that. So I'm gonna have to get the carpet cleaner out. But pretty much the way that I'm going about trying to solve that is, one, I'm cleaning their litter box every day because that seemed to help a ton. I didn't do that yesterday, so that's why he went in the corner. But I'm also just like there's a pile of poop there. I'm sweeping that up and putting it in the litter box to be like, this is where you go. Do not go on the carpet. Because I've never had an issue before. I mean, they've never gone to the bathroom outside of this room. Like, they have a litter box out in the front room. They use it fine. They have one in the guest room, and they use that. Sometimes Andy pushes it into the middle of the floor, but they do use it. So they are pretty well litter trained. If they're going to go somewhere that's not in their litter box, I would prefer it to be next to the litter box. So at least I have that going for me. But I'm working on getting that solved because I don't know what the deal is with that, why he's doing that. Let's see. I really like having my guinea pig room. These tables I also made myself to be custom sized for what I wanted, so that helped a ton. I really am glad we did that. Oh, thanks. Someone said congrats and wish you the best on your channel. Keep coming and never ever give up on your passions for the piggies and animals. Hello, Michael. That's actually why I'm kind of just starting to take baby steps on my rescue, because I'm kind of tired of waiting. So at least I can kind of just figure it out as I go that way. Do I have a posting schedule? Yes. So I actually, I post on Tuesdays and Fridays. Normally it's at 11 a.m. Central Time, but I'm like, today my video went up at 11:30. I'm kind of testing to see when the best time for my videos to go up is, and it generally seems to be like 11:30, 12. So it's Tuesday and Friday at 11 to 12-ish. I'll let you guys know for sure if I have like a set time. What are you doing, sir? Is it in your way? I'm sorry. You can hear him ripping the box from the other side. My family's moving to a new house in November. My parents let me have a room just for my pets. I'm so excited. It's so much fun to set it up. I mean, I love having this room. I just sit in here like this. I do this often. Play with the bunnies, talk to the guinea pigs. So that's really exciting. It's going to be fun. How long do you think it will take to set up the rescue? It kind of depends, to be honest. So actual logistically, probably only like a year's worth of work to like get the licenses and inspections and kind of do marketing, set up the website, all of that kind of thing. Money wise, that's going to be the factor, because I mean, I work full time, but I would like to make enough money from the tiny herd to support the rescue and be able to do it full time. So kind of depends on how things go with the tiny herd. I have my YouTube channel and I'm working on expanding my blog so I can monetize it. And then I have been preliminarily getting feedback on possibly doing like a guinea pig community membership and making it like $5 a month, but it kind of will support the rescue, but you'll actually get something for it. So you'll get access to the community. I'll put in like printables that I have printables on my Etsy shop, but I have also some free ones on my website. So I would put those in there. I would put like exclusive content that's not on my YouTube channel, just kind of like little fun things to make it a fun guinea pig community, and make it $5, one, to support the rescue, but two, because I like the idea of guinea pig Facebook groups, but they always have people in them that are just like trolling, honestly, or like causing problems, or no, they're saying things that are not correct and are just trying to annoy people. So the $5 kind of keeps those people out, because if you're willing to pay $5, then you're pretty committed to being part of a guinea pig community and learning about guinea pigs. So Let's see. I just missed so many comments. Give me a second to catch up. People talking about how cool it is to have a guinea pig room. That's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun to decorate. How did I decide all my pets' names? It kind of was just over time. So, okay, let me say, if I say some of these questions out loud, then I'll remember them. So somebody asked, how did I name all my pets? I let my guinea pigs have floor time? Okay, so those are the only 2 questions, and then we can talk about the membership more. So all of the pets was kind of over time. Callie, when I first got Callie, I had Belle and Callie, and Belle was named Belle because she was a little princess, and Callie was super energetic. She was constantly doing zoomies, and Callie means energetic or something. Like, I googled like names and what they mean, and Callie came up, so I liked that one. So it's Kali. It's probably in another language. I'm honestly couldn't tell you. I just kind of picked it. I was like 21 and I just picked it. The bunnies are named after so both my boyfriend and I like played a lot of video games. We watch a channel called Outside Xbox, which is a huge channel, but we've been watching them for years, and 2 of the hosts are named Mike and Andy, so we named the bunnies Mike and Andy. Also because Andy's name is actually Anderson, so it's Anderson and Michael are like their long names, but Mike and Andy, when I got them, their names from the shelter were Anderson and Cooper, for like Anderson Cooper. You guys might be too young to know who Anderson Cooper is, but I was not, buddy, not hey, just in your eyeball. I was not leaving them that, because no. So their names are Mike and Andy after the 2 hosts of that channel. And then Georgie when I adopted him with his buddy, and they looked almost identical, so I named him Fred and George from Harry Potter. And then Freddie sadly passed away. Jellybean already had his name, and I got him from a really awesome boy that lives in my home, like lives in the town I live in. He was rehoming Jellybean because Jellybean's friend had passed away, and he knew that Jellybean needed a friend. So, sorry, Georgie distracted me. He knows I'm talking about him. So I left Jellybean's name. Also, it's really cute. Jellybean's really cute. Who am I missing? Johnny and June are named after Johnny Cash. Johnny and June are named after Johnny and June. Oh, Lily. So I had Belle and Callie, and then I had Lily and Luna, which are also from Harry Potter. Arthur the fish is named after Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. The rats are named Noodle and Ollie, and those were their names from the shelter. And honestly, I just thought they were cute, so I left them. I call Ollie Oliver because I'm weird, and instead of giving my pets short nicknames, I give them long nicknames. So I call him Oliver, and then Noodle, I call Noodle or Little Possum because he looks like a possum. And honestly, we call our dog Doggo a lot, like it's his name, which is kind of funny. So that's how they all got their names. The bunnies clearly like the fresh hay also. Yeah, I think honestly, I don't even know what Anderson Cooper is on. I know he's like a news host or whatever. He's on TV. But yeah, he probably is on CNN. I do have a fish tank. Yeah, I have one betta fish. His name is Arthur. He's actually in a separate room from all my other pets. He's in our guest room. He's kind of like where you would put a TV in that room. There's a fish. We don't have guests very often. So did you guys just see TubeBuddy run by? What are you doing, crazy girl? You need a haircut too. Probably a bath. It's been a while since she's got a bath. She's white, so she needs a bath more often. Also, I don't don't know. You guys probably can't see them. Johnny and June are Texels. So if you look on my channel, you can see them. But they have long curly hair and like curly whiskers. So they are a breed that I have always wanted. So going back for the third time mentioning Carrie's little piggies, I used to watch her videos constantly, guys. She had a couple of Texel guinea pigs that I just loved. I just thought they were gorgeous. But I don't have an ethical breeder near me, really. I think there's someone backyard breeding because their genetics aren't great. But they came up in the shelter. And since they were in the shelter, I could not pass them up. The reason I say their genetics are not super great, if Texels, this is just my understanding, what I have learned from talking to other Texel owners. So I don't know if this is 100% true, but this is what I've heard. That Texels that come from not as good bloodlines are more prone to ovarian cysts and ovarian cancer, which I can already testify to because Junebug is halfway spayed because she got ovarian cysts at like a 1.5 years old. I don't even think she was a year old yet. So we literally got her in like February, and then she had to have surgery in like September of the same year. So there is that. Let's see. Yeah, we have animals all over the place. It's a good thing my boyfriend also likes them. How would you compare Oxbow Orchard hay versus Small Pet Select? So I actually don't think I've ever had Oxbow Orchard hay. I've used their Timothy in the past. That's what I used when I first got guinea pigs. I want to say that Small Pet Select might be a little bit cheaper, but I don't know that for sure. There might not be any difference, to be honest. A lot of places get their hay from the same place. But I do know that Small Pet Select is like a family-owned company that gets their hay, I believe, locally. Kind of like KMS Hayloft. They're a independently owned company that like works directly with the farmers and stuff. I don't really know how Oxbow runs, but they're a large company. So let me read all of these really quick. Okay. What are my rabbits' personalities? Do any of them like attention? So earlier when I was sitting here, I was petting Andy. Andy likes attention. Andy's very smart. So a lot of people don't realize how smart bunnies are to begin with, but Andy is very smart. He definitely knows the word no. He knows tone of voice. He knows when you're saying his name. He knows, like, he can't literally tell time, but he knows what time it is. He knows it's time for snacks. He knows it's time for dinner. He's very smart. He knows when there's people around, and he decides whether he wants attention or not at that time. Because sometimes he's the center of attention, and sometimes he's not. Like, he knows I'm talking about him, so he just hopped away. He's like, no, I didn't. I was going to the bathroom. Mikey is a mama's bun, so when I'm in the room, he normally is, like, right next to me. I've been in here long enough that he's got bored with me, but normally he has to be under my feet. Do you make your own fleece accessories like cuddle cups and snuggle sacks? Yes. So I make all of my own fleece. Just give you a glimpse there. I make all my own fleece, and I actually recently started selling fleece through my Etsy shop. So I do take custom orders, and I do have like a price list and stuff. So you can message me on pretty much anything: Instagram, Facebook, Etsy. I do have a Facebook page also. So I have an Instagram, a Facebook page, and an Etsy shop. They're all the Tiny Herd, except for my Etsy shop is the Tiny Herd shop. So you can find me there, and you can see some of the stuff that I have. Let's see. I love the IKEA doll beds. I actually am probably going to IKEA soon with my niece. And I'll probably get another one, even though I don't need another one, because I have one for everyone. Let's see here. What are your favorite pet tubers? So, I watched Guinea Pigs 1 a lot. Gosh, I'm really bad about watching channels, but not, like, paying attention to, like, the names of them. So, I know I watched, like, Little Kingdom, Little Paws. I'm not going to be able to remember any of the names. Why do I do that to myself? Squeak Dreams. I should just look. Have a computer in front of me. I should just look at who I watch. I can think of like specific videos in my head. I just can't think of the channel names. I also watch like Go Herping, which he's all reptiles. I watch Emiology, which is why I ended up getting rats. Autumn Grace, I watch her channel. Simply Beta, Little Paws. KG Tropicals is a channel I was talking about that I actually got my beta fish from them because they also have a store. Let's see. Piggy's World. Victoria Rachel. Guinea Pig Jungle. Okay, those are the main ones that I watch. And then I watch like Tyler Ruggie and Emmeline Sampson, the big OG YouTuber, pet tubers. So I really like watching other guinea pig channels my size though, because I just feel like it's fun to, I don't know, see other guinea pig channels and comment on their videos and stuff. So that's fun. I like doing that. I do actually. We do have gardens. I'm not the best at gardening because I'll get really excited about it for like 2 months, and then like by midsummer I'm like over it. So then it's like got weeds, and it takes so much more work to get it back to how it's supposed to be. But we do. This year we grew. Not all of it's for the pets, but we grew broccoli, lettuce, kale, cilantro. We still have carrots that aren't ready. Cherry tomatoes, bell peppers. Big tomatoes. I think that was it. Yeah, I think that's all we did this year, which that was a lot, but yeah, we do grow some vegetables. We don't end up with like a ton of them. Definitely not enough to like support everyone for an extended period of time, but it's really nice to not have to buy tomatoes for like a month and get some kale, fresh kale, and that sort of thing. So I really like to watch different, like I go through phases watching different pet channels depending on like what kind of animal I'm like interested in. Does that make sense? Like obviously I'm always interested in guinea pigs and rabbits, so I watch those channels pretty much like in a normal cycle. But sometimes I just like get really interested in like reptile setups for like a couple of weeks, so then I'll watch a lot of channels that have reptiles, and then I'll like cycle back to watching guinea pig cage cleans for like a month. So I kind of scroll through everyone. I also watch Exotic a lot, and I follow her on Instagram a lot. Have you tried getting another litter box because you have more than one rabbit? So there's one litter box in this room, which is big enough for both of them to be in at one time. And they are both in it at one time quite often. There's also one in the room next door to this one because they lay in there pretty much all day. And then there is actually another one out in our front room because it's like they have the ability to go to the complete opposite side of our house. So there's one out there too, so they wouldn't have to come all the way back here to use the litter box. And they have a water bowl out there as well. So they do have multiple, but all of the one in the guest room, you guys don't know where the guest room is, but the one in the room next to this is a small one, so only one of them will fit in it at a time. They just don't use it a whole lot, so I just got a cheap one. But the one that's in this room and the one that's out in the front room are both big enough for them to both be in them at one time. I should just get another litter box and put it next to this one so that he can't poop on the floor. But if I did that, then he would just poop next to that one because that's how he is. Andy's very mischievous. What are your favorite videos to make? Probably vlogs. Just like everyday pet care. That's kind of why that's my tagline, everyday pet care for guinea pigs and rabbits. Because I think there's a lot of, like, the sit-down videos are good and they're informative. But I think there's a lot of, like, what am I trying to say? I feel like vlogs are more relatable. Because, like, I'm literally sitting live right now on the floor of my pet room and said, oh, look at all the hay on the floor. The bunnies pooped on the floor next to their litter box. Like, I need to clean all these cages. And that's literally real life. Like, that's my real life pet care. Today is Friday night or Saturday morning is my cage cleaning time. So I'm going to either, well, I'm probably going to clean them after this, but my boyfriend actually spot cleaned cages for me before I got home from work. So honestly, they don't even need spot cleaned tonight, but they're going to need their cages cleaned either tonight or tomorrow morning. So I didn't do it before the stream just to do it before the stream. You know what I mean? Like, I have a routine on when I normally do things. And when you have animals, they don't always follow your directions. So yeah, sometimes my bunnies decide to not use their litter box. But that's just how it is when you have pets. So with vlogs, I think it's just like, it's easier to make a connection with like, this is my actual care, what I actually do, not like, let me perfectly clean my guinea pig cages before I sit down and film this video in front of them for you, if that makes sense. I kind of like to just, I mean, I do all this stuff anyway, so I kind of just film as I go when I do vlogs. And then I like to edit vlogs. I think they're fun to edit, so. I was starting a reptile cage for a bearded dragon, but after I saw I had to feed them live bugs and worms, I got grossed out and gave the cage to my buddy. So that's actually why I want to start with a crested gecko, because they can eat just like the fruit and insect mix. It's just like the stuff you mix up. I'm going to sneeze probably. Sitting next to this box of hay. If I sneeze, I'm sorry. Totally lost my train of thought. It's been a long day, guys. I worked all day today. I'm sure a lot of you guys did too. Bearded dragon. Yeah, so I want to get a crested gecko because they mainly eat their like mix, but then you can also supplement with like crickets and stuff, but it's not like they don't have to eat that every time they eat. So I felt like that was a good way to like ease myself into that. Oh, I'm excited you got guinea pigs. I'm glad my videos helped you prepare. That's why I do this. I mean, I like to share. I talk about my pets all the time anyway, so I might as well make videos and share with people that actually care, not my coworkers. Welcome back. Yes, I'll be making more vlogs. And I'm kind of working on like making them better. Just like, I mean, I know a lot of you guys like them, but I just want to make them more like this doesn't have anything to do with pets, but I really like Catherine Manning. She talks about like how to grow on YouTube. So I watch her videos a lot to learn how to grow on YouTube. But she also has a vlog channel, and her vlogs are just like so good. So I've been watching a lot of them to get better at like editing and that sort of thing. Yes. So Jessica said, I love watching cage cleanings while cage cleaning. I love, you know what I mean. One video idea, if you don't mind, can you do a cage cleaning in real time and answer questions that people ask you on Instagram or YouTube posts? That's a good idea. I've done a couple cage cleanings in real time, and then I feel like I don't have anything to talk about. So I have been thinking about doing that soon, so that I have a full amount of time, a full amount of things to talk about in the time it takes me to clean cages. So I hopefully will be doing that soon. Next week's video, or like Friday's video, is going to be feeding all of my pets. So that will be vlog style. And then I am, of course, finishing my how to make liners videos. So that will be this coming Tuesday, and the Tuesday after that will be the last 2 videos of that. But yes, and then somebody requested a couple times that I do a cage clean when I use the same fleece for the entire room. I don't have the same fleece for the entire room. So I'll put in perspective, because a lot of people are like, cage liners are so expensive, and they are. Cage liners are expensive to buy. But I'll put in perspective from someone who makes them. For me, so when making the cage liner video, like this series, I decided to use that as an opportunity to make liners, all the same fleece, cozies, everything, full cage sets for all 3 cages. That's cost me about $500 just to get the materials. So cage liners are expensive because they're expensive. It's not necessarily because people are just charging a crap ton more than what they cost. They take time to make, and they take materials to make, and people need to get paid for their time as well. So just wanted to throw that out there. Yes, it's cheaper. Like if going off my own prices for my shop, which those are not just made up, like they're based on time and materials and shipping and all of those things. If you bought all of the stuff that I'm making for all of my cages from me on Etsy, it would be like probably almost like $750, $800 for everything, because of just like, it's taken me almost a whole month of weekends to make everything. So that, just throwing it out there. I am doing a cage theme video. So I'm getting stuff together because I'm in those cage liner videos. I'm making all the liners, the bee fleece that I got, but I also have an ocean fleece that I got. So I am going to do a bee cage theme, and I'm going to do an ocean cage theme. So those will be coming. I'm not sure when, but they will. And then I am going to, if I have time to make more liners, which I don't know if I will, with trying to like start the membership and stuff, but if I have time to make more liners, I might do Christmas. I am gonna, not Christmas, Halloween. I am gonna do cage themes with the rats. So that's not quite the same, but I'm gonna do Halloween cage theme with the rats, and then I will be doing Christmas cage themes for everyone. I always do Christmas cage themes. Christmas is my favorite. So I already have cage liners for everyone for Christmas, and Johnny and June are actually getting new ones. I already have them cut out. So yeah, there will be some cage themes coming. Yes, liners are expensive, but I will tell you, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 liners, 5, 6 liners in this closet right now that I've had for 6 years, and they still are fine. Well, I say they're fine. 2 of them are fine for the bunnies because the bunnies had chew holes in them, but I really am going to sneeze this time. Sorry. Gosh, I need to not sit in front of this, so close to this. The dust is just like coming out of me. But yeah, cage liners last a long time. So you spend $60, $70, $80 on a cage liner and divide that, or like extrapolate that out. I don't know why I use that big word, but spread that out over the 5, 6 years you'll have them, and they end up being worth the money. So yes, I also am always drowning in fleece. My room downstairs right now has, I went through and cut out everything at once, mostly because I had to do the video too, but I literally have 3, 4, I have 2 full cage sets for all of my cages. So that's 1, 2, technically 6 cage sets cut out on my floor. Plus I have a Christmas cage for one of these cut out. Plus I have another one that I've had forever and never cut out. So there's literally fleece everywhere. And there's foam everywhere for cubes. It's just like everywhere. Let's see. I have never taken care of a dwarf lop bunny. These are the only bunnies I've ever had, so no dwarves and no lops. They're actually both really big. I don't know if you guys can tell, but Andy is 5 pounds and Mikey is 6 pounds. So you're allowed to go to sleep, buddy. I'm not going to bother you. So I can do more videos of my fish. The reason that I haven't showed my fish in a while is because I've been fighting, like, so I've never done a planted tank before. So it definitely was a learning curve to begin with. But I was fighting fin rot with him forever. And I just, like, I tried so many different things. I was trying something, and then people told me absolutely stop giving that to your betta fish, which immediately stopped and did more research. So he's actually getting better now. I finally just, like, fully took his tank apart and like deep cleaned everything, and then I put him on antibiotics. So he's getting better now. His tail is starting to grow back. But for a while, I just didn't do videos on him because that was like my sole concern with him, not like anything else to do with him. So now that he's getting better and he doesn't look so ragged, I also just didn't really want to make videos on him and have to explain in every single video that I was trying to treat fin rot, because there's always people that are like, you know, your betta fish has fin rot. Like, yeah, I can see that. I finally figured out what was causing it too. He had this piece of wood in his tank that I think was just like continually causing a problem. Because I took that out and got him like rocks instead, and it's like cleared up. So I don't know why I'm dumb and it took me so long to figure that out. Let's see. Do you use puppy pads under the fleece? So I actually make cage liners. So cage liners are a piece of absorbent layer sewn in between two pieces of fleece. So they're like double-sided. So they don't have anything under them. The absorbent layer's inside of it. So it's really just like one piece. So you don't have to worry about the layers. I use U-Haul in mine, but there are some other things you could use as well. And I have videos of that on my channel as well. I got my first cage liner from Guinea Dad about 6 months ago, and it's still in absolute perfect condition. Yeah. And she said she only has to wash it once a week, unlike towels and fleece, which needed washed a lot more. Yeah, so I also have a Guinea Dad liner. It's in their cage right now because they love the pocket, and also because I wanted to do a review on them, because that's how I am. But yeah, I really love my Guinea Dad liner also. I just think cage liners in general are just so much easier. They are a little bit expensive, but like you said, when you have a good absorbent layer in the middle, then they last longer between washes, and you don't have to worry about your guinea pig like burrowing between layers or anything like that. So I do use puppy pads in the rabbit's litter box though, under their bedding, because it makes it a lot easier to clean it up. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. The piece of wood, somebody said it might have not been treated right for the fish, the piece of wood. It's supposed to be an aquarium piece of wood, but after, like, once the fin rot stuff started happening and I was doing research and trying, like, I tried like 4 different things to like try to like heal him, because I was freaking out, because obviously like with fin rot, if their fins get too far gone, they just can't swim, and I was like freaking out trying to figure out how to basically like get him back, obviously. And he's doing much better now. His tail's growing back. But I saw a lot of people say that they had to boil their wood in, like, boil it first, like in water. Obviously, you know what I mean. They had to boil it in hot water first and then put it in their tank, which I just didn't. One, like I said, it's my first time doing planted tank, so I didn't know that. I didn't really think about that. But I think it also just, it might have been too big of a piece of wood for the tank, because I have a 5-gallon, I think. Might be a little bigger than that. I don't remember. It's at least a 5-gallon. And the piece of wood was pretty big, so maybe it was just too big for the tank and was putting too much stuff into the water. I'm not sure. But I took that out. He has like the rocks with like the holes in them that he can like go in now. And he's been doing much better with that. Puppy pads can get super expensive. Yes, they can. I buy them in bulk. Here's a tip. If you wait for like Amazon Prime Day or like Black Friday or the times that Amazon has the random lightning deals, for some reason there's always puppy pads. So if you don't care what size they are, I've started whenever that happens just buying a box of like 100, because they're always like 20 bucks. So just a tip there. I buy pretty much everything in bulk. Kind of have to. Would you do videos on guinea pig fleece accessories like cubes? Yeah, so I'm planning on doing more tutorials in the future on how to make stuff, because I think that would be a lot of fun. In the meantime, if you want to see videos like that, Guinea Piggy's Designs does a lot of tutorials. I learned how to do my couches from her. So she makes some really great stuff too. If you want to order from Etsy, she also has a really good shop. How often do you have to replace the bunny's litter? So for a long time, that's what I meant when I said he sleeps like he's dead. Both of them are just done with my talking in their room. I have been in here for an hour and a half talking with them, so they're probably over me. How often do you have to replace the bunny's litter? Sorry. So I was doing it every other day, so I generally do it every other day or every day, because I think the issue with them going on the floor is Andy being picky, so I've been doing it like every day. So there's that. Yes, I learned my lesson on the driftwood. Thank you, Abby, for this. Congratulations! I'm excited. I hit 3,000. It just sounds weird for me to say it. It's a lot of people. Yes, I killed the bunnies, especially Mikey. He like his eyes are half open right now. He just looks like. You guys aren't gonna be able to see, but he's also like chewing in his sleep because he's dreaming of something. But he's out. He is out. Yeah, buying stuff in bulk is much better deal. It's a much better deal. Especially like puppy pads. And like I'll get the Amazon brand of stuff, and that's usually a little cheaper, and it's not really any different. So that's what I do. I put a puppy pad in the bottom, and then I use the Small Pet Select natural paper bedding as their bedding, just because that's what I've always used, and they like it. I tried to use like wood soap or like horse saw pellets when I first got them, because those are super cheap, and they did not like how they smelled, and they did not like walking on them. So there's that. Mikey's just dead asleep. All right, I've been on here for an hour and a half. I probably need to get off here and clean cages and get some stuff done tonight, but thank you all for joining me tonight and chatting with me. I'm going to do this way more often. I don't know if I'll be able to do it like once a week, but I'll try to do it like a couple times a month at least, because this is fun and I like talking to you guys. So we will do this more often, and thank you guys for popping in. I will answer this one last question that just popped up for me on the rabbits' hay rack in the middle of the room. They don't pee on the carpet here because they have their other hay rack. They have a hay rack over their litter box. So I don't know why they don't, but they don't pee on the carpet with this one. So just answer that one. That it popped up after I started to say bye. So thank you all. I hope you all have a good night. Thank you for all the congratulations. And thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. And I will see you guys next time.